Until now, we learned that if we want to transform value from input property, we can use transform function, but there is also another way to transform input property value. In combination with input decorator, we can use getter and setter functions. We will see now on example. Set function we can write here next to this input decorator. Set. And name for set function needs to be same as input property name. It will be name. This is function. And inside here we have input parameter with value which this input accepting from parent, and that will be value accepting string. Okay. Each time when we set this input property from parent component, this set function will be called and we will get here input value. Because we are using set function, we don't need anymore this. We will delete this. Okay, save. Let's also write get function below with same name. And this function will return string because it's get function. And at the end, we want to write logic inside these functions. When we are using get and set function, we need to use some internal name property to store temporarily this input value, which we accept from parent control. And here we will write this, simply we will save this value. Let's declare this property inside class here. It will be string. Okay. And compiler will throw this error each time when we have property without default value. And to fix this error, we will use this question mark here. And that means that this property can be undefined. Okay. We need to fix this here. Okay. And that's it for set name function. And here in get function, we will transform this internal name value to some other value that we want. And we want this same logic from transform function here to return uppercase. Instead this we will use internal name. Save this. Okay. And this is common TypeScript error when we have potentially undefined property and call function on that property. To fix this, we need to put question mark here. And that means that if this property internal name is undefined, function will not be called and we will prevent error. This internal name could be undefined, and because of that we have this error. And fix for that is we will add also here undefined return type and save. And now everything it's okay. Because we are using transform logic here in get function, we don't need anymore this. We will delete this. Save. And let's describe once more what is get and what is set function. Set function will be called every time when we set input property with new value from parent component. and then we will save that value here in internal name property, and get function here will be called each time from template here when we want to use this input property name, and this transform function will be executed every time. As a result, we will get this in browser. We will have same result as before. We learned how to use get and set function to transform our input value, but Angular recommend using of this transform function instead using get and set function, because they could have impact on performances, but it is good to know that there are two options. And that's it for this video. Subscribe, like, and see you in the next one.